Greetings, YouTube. The doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Marvel Contest of Champions. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it's time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis. And today we're talking about the first level spell, Cause Fear. It is a concentration spell that is usable by warlocks and wizards. This is one of my favorite spells, and I give it a solid A. And it is one of my favorite conditions, and a lot of this stuff lines up pretty perfectly. So, it's first level spell. It takes one action, has a range of 60 feet. Awesome range. Love that range. Because you got squishy warlocks and wizards who are not going to be up front. You can slap this on somebody, and they're not getting any closer to you, because we're going to talk about what Frighten does. And then your frontliners can go up and beat them up. Okay. It has a duration of 1 minute, which is pretty standard for concentration spells. It has one of my favorite saving throws. The most efficient, not quite, almost the most efficient wisdom saving throw. Most creatures have a pretty low wisdom. Intelligence is really, I think, the best. Intelligence and charisma are pretty equal, but I think wisdom is not very far behind. And it gives them the frightened effect. So a construct or an undead is immune to this effect. So whether an undead says that they're immune to it or not, then it doesn't matter. They're immune to this spell. This spell. Now let me say that again. Not all undead are immune to the frightened condition, and there are ways to slap frightened on them if they're not immune to frightened. But they are immune to this spell, Cause Fear, because of that sentence in it. But if they're not a construct or undead, they got to make a wisdom saving throw, or they become frightened until the spell ends. However, they can repeat that saving throw at the end of each of their turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. You can target more than one creature if you cast this at a higher level, which is awesome. So use a second level slot. You can cast one additional creature. So you can do two. They have to be within 30 feet of each other, but still great. There's a third level spell called Fear, which is a ray that's not always conducive to targeting, because you can hit allies with that, and you're kind of stuck with the parameters of the ray. But this one, you could target, if you cast this as a third level spell, you could target 3 creatures and slap Fear on them. Now, what does Fear do? Fear, the condition itself. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. So that's a really important thing. As long as they can see you, they have disadvantage on, really, most importantly, attack rolls. And they can't willingly move closer to you. As long as they, and it doesn't say they have to see you for that either. It just says that they can't willingly move closer to you. So that's a really important thing. To pair up with, like, for instance, with a warlock who has Eldritch Blast and who has Repelling Blast, you can blast them back, and if they're feared, they can't move up anymore. And so you can keep moving that front line over more and more and more. So I think this is a really great spell. It is a concentration spell, so you're not going to be using this, but when you use this in conjunction with Repelling Blast or some of the other cantrips or some of the other kind of one-off type of spells, it's fantastic. This is really great with Dissonant Whispers. Slap Dissonant Whispers on them after you do this, and they're running away, and they can't get closer to you at all. So that's a really good effect of this too. All right, so that's what I got for everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I will catch everybody later.